U.S. President Donald Trump said Friday that after the New York truck attack, the U.S. was hitting the so-called Islamic State 10 times harder. But is that really what is happening every time we're attacked from this point forward? And this happened yesterday. We are hitting them 10 times harder, Trump said. Read more. Donald Trump says New York City truck attack suspects should get death penalty, so if we have an animal do an attack like he did the other day on the west side of Manhattan, we are hitting them 10 times harder every time they hit us, and we know it's ISIS. We hit them like you wouldn't believe. The driver of the truck who mowed down cyclists and hit a school bus Tuesday, killing 8 and injuring a dozen more, had videos and memorabilia of ISIS, and yelled Allahu Akbar during the incident, police said. Read more. NYC truck attack, injured student doesn't miss a day to maintain 100% attendance record. Suspect Sayfullo Saipov, an Uzbek immigrant, is charged with terrorism-related offenses. Trump reiterated his statement shortly after the Friday press conference on Twitter, though this time he said much harder instead of 10 times harder. ISIS just claimed that a degenerate animal who killed, and so badly wounded, the wonderful people on the West Side, was their soldier. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump, November 3, 2017. Based on that, the military has hit ISIS much harder over the last 2 days. They will pay a big price for every attack on us. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump, November 3, 2017. When asked if there was a new directive, officials from the Pentagon redirected the question to the White House. They did say they have been continuing the fight against ISIS in 9 countries, including Syria and Iraq. We have, and we will, continue to protect the U.S. homeland by striking ISIS, Al-Qaeda and other affiliated or like-minded violent extremist organizations wherever they are globally and at a time of our choosing. Eric Pahan, spokesperson for the U.S. Department of Defense, told Global News, "We are fighting and killing ISIS in operations in Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Afghanistan, Philippines, Niger, Nigeria, Somalia, the Sinai and Egypt, and wherever these groups emerge." Read more. Donald Trump says HES only one that matters when it comes to policy. Looking at the numbers, there hasn't been a significant spike of airstrikes in the days following the attack. According to daily reports from the DoD on targeted operations to defeat ISIS, there have been 24 airstrikes on ISIS in the 2 days following the Halloween attack, 13 on November 2 and 11 on November 1. In the 2 days before that, there were 21 strikes. Overall in October, there were about 533 strikes total, with an average of 17 a day. The most strikes per day occurred the weekend of October the 78, with 95 strikes over 2 days. The U.S. Air Force has also carried out its first airstrikes against ISIS in Somalia on Friday, according to locals, where the extremists are a growing presence. In Iraq and Syria, ISIS has suffered major losses, and has been driven from more than 96% of their territory in the countries. Read more. ISIS fighters are coming back to Canada. Report copyright 2017 Global News, a division of Chorus Entertainment Inc.